Welcome, everybody, to episode 159 of the effing title. And this week, I have both the boys. I'm Husky. There's Fedge. There's Rob. Hi, guys.
Yo, what up?
We're back once again.
Real quick, though, can you look at my winning percentage on his stream right now? I'm fucking awesome. 141 and 44. That's incredible win percentage right there.
Wait a minute.
My pick percentage is
Wait a
way
minute.
better than
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
My pick percentage is on point.
That's where I messed up.
40.
Is I missed.
Fantastic, so you can suck it.
Thank you, Rob. I would never have noticed that.
You can go back. That was 141 and 44. I didn't pick every week. That's the key.
So yeah,
Definitely a good way to do it.
Rob is
I
one.
think next year I'm just gonna pick one game a week,
Just 1 week.
and I'm gonna do it like what's that way they do the betting where you have to just pick one winner a week, but you can't repeat your picks. What's that called, Jeff? You know this.
You talking about like the survivor pool type thing?
Survivor pool.
That's one of the ones that Fedge was saying about with locks. Is that next year we should do it so we can't lock the same team.
Not even doing it with locks. It's just all I'm doing for picks.
Jesus Christ.
Not taking anybody else.
Um.
And I'm gonna win.
So last week, I went 2-2. Rob went 2-2. Fedge went 1-3.
1 and
Jeff
3.
sucks in the
Yes, sir.
playoffs.
Who did I pick last week?
You picked
All the losing
bum
teams.
Jaguars, Bills, Cowboys.
I picked Cowboys?
Yes, sir.
That's surprising. Because I wouldn't want any of that. I wouldn't want the Cowboys or the Eagles to go in the championship. So
Wait, real quick. Who has the best playoff record?
Let's see. 4-2, 4-2, 5-1.
It's me.
Yep, it's you.
Me.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
you know I perform when it matters, Jeff. That's all.
Is that what that means?
In the playoffs, that's when I perform my best.
You just have no longevity.
I'm 141 and 44, Jeff. I don't know what you're talking about.
So Rob is 141 to 144. I'm 163, 129, and Fedge is 174 to 111 or 112. Fedge basically has us fully locked up now.
You know, if I get every pick right the rest of the way, I'll be a perfect 500.
That is true.
Pretty awesome.
So conference matchups. We got 2 games. It's gonna be a super long fucking podcast this week. 49ers at Eagles.
Eagles next.
Wow.
49ers. Defense wins championships.
Yeah,
AFC
but
or NFC championship.
you're saying that
I'm going Niners too.
You're saying that as if the Eagles' defense is bad.
They're not bad. Never said they were.
So why are you going with?
I just don't know if they're gonna be able to stop the run for San Fran. I mean, I like the
You
Eagles.
really think the Niners will be able to stop the Eagles' passing attack?
Yeah, I mean they have one of the better secondaries, so I mean I don't see why they won't be able to. I think they'll be able to get home on.
Not Jeff, but Colin. Name one DB on the Niners. Go.
Hufanga.
That was impressive. I'm just happy that that's how you pronounced it, but that's not correct.
He's a safety for the Niners, so.
Oh, you said Hufanga? Okay. Yeah.
What'd you think he said?
I thought he said Ula Fanga.
No, Hufanga, yeah.
That's not anyone on this list that I'm looking at.
Yeah, no, Hufanga, the second safety. The second coming of Palomalu.
They got some great names. Charvarius, Talanoa, Tashawn, Diomadore, Diomador. They got some names.
Wait, they have Chardavius Ward?
Charvarius, yes.
Huh.
They also have Jimmy Ward.
That's another one I should have said.
No relation. You rang?
No relation. I think I think that this is. Me and Rob said this early in the week. I think this is the best game of the weekend.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
I think they're both going to be great games.
I genuinely could give 2 fucks less about the AFC game, to be 100% honest with you.
Why is that?
I hate both teams.
Fair enough.
I think the Bengals have kind of lucked their way into this position. I don't think they deserve to be there. And I think the Chiefs, as I say every year, I just don't like Patrick Mahomes, and I think that team's overrated.
Did we move off of the Eagles-Niners game already?
No, I was just saying I think this is one of the better games. And Fedge said, "Really?"
I think they're
There's
both.
only 2 choices for games, so one of them's got to be better, I guess.
I don't know. There's a lot of other games.
If it goes like college football, the 2 semifinal games are fantastic.
Very true. I like your thoughts.
All right, so Bengals Chiefs.
I don't know. I honestly think both the games are a pick 'em. Like, I'd be surprised if anyone was that heavily favored in this game, but I do think it benefits the Eagles, obviously, that the Niners have to go across the country and play in Philly.
Philip!
I haven't looked at weather. Jeff, have you seen anything with weather? I know it's going to rain in New England, but I don't know if that's Philly.
Philip!
I have not, actually. No.
But, I don't know. I agree. I mean, can the Niners run the ball against the Eagles, which, I mean, it's tough to say. Which Eagles team are you getting?
Do you think the Eagles' defense is better than the Cowboys' defense?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be 52 and 17% chance of rain.
Okay. You think the Cowboys defense is better than the Eagles defense?
I think the Cowboys have a more athletic defense.
But that doesn't help a run heavy team.
Oh, it does though, because you can fly around and you can get inside of linemen, and how much more is it, or how much harder is to block a guy with speed if he's going to just fly to the ball? Like, and that's what the Cowboys are relying on, and that's why, there was times where the 49ers gashed him for certain plays, because, yeah, you can take yourself out of a play by going fast and out of control like that, but if you go into it, you're getting, in the backfield and breaking up a play, you know what I mean? I think a lot of it is going to depend on Shanahan's play calling and utilizing juice in the opposite way that they have been, because usually, I mean, when you watch their games, you can pretty much, see which way the ball is going a lot of times because juice is leading you to the ball. I think they got to work on, more creative play calling, getting him going the other way.
Well, that's what they did against the Cowboys. Because he hardly ever was, because they were running so much counter.
Oh, exactly, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I just
the one thing
I
don't like about Shanahan, as great of an offensive mind as he is, when he goes into a game, they really only have 3 run plays. Like whatever he chose for the week,
well,
like
he learned that from his father. You know that. I mean,
yeah, but against the Cowboys, they ran counter. That's it.
Counter. How many different ways can we run counter?
And he sticks with his game plan the whole game.
Yeah,
like
they ran counter and toss, and that's really it. So, and I just don't know. I think the only run play they're going to run against the Eagles is stretch because, I mean, how do you honestly run the ball up the middle when they have Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis, Linval Joseph, and Ndamukong Suh, Javon Hargrave? Like, those are some really big bodies. Now on the edges, different story. I mean, Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, and Robert Quinn. Like, you can probably
isn't Reddick technically considered an edge guy?
They have him as an outside back. Right?
What do they have? Sorry,
outside back.
Oh, do that? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know as well as I mean, he does play outside linebacker, but he does drop down as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the thing. I mean, he's a phenomenal talent. He's been playing really well the last few years now.
Feels like he almost got a second life.
I don't know, man. It's a tough call either way.
I
think, like you said, I mean, this is what you want in the divisional game. You don't want things that are going in and be like, yeah, I just don't see how this team is going to win. Yeah, I mean, I think both these games are, like you said, pick-ems. I think they're both really good matchups. Before we get into the other game, but I think that this could be a good weekend for football, which is really what you want. You know,
I just think it's interesting that you started it by saying I don't think the Eagles can stop the Niners offense. And I'm thinking the complete other way. The Niners vaunted
I didn't
fantastic.
say it could stop their offense. I'm strictly talking about run game because as we know and we've talked about in the past, it's strictly based off of
Let's,
how well they can
yeah.
get that game going, run game going. You know
Well,
what I
this is
mean?
what
And
I
that's
think is I truly, you know how much the Eagles play man to man. I really think they're just going to sit there and play man to man and load the box. Say, Brock Purdy, you have to beat us. I'm surprised teams haven't done that yet. Like the Cowboys, I don't know why they didn't do that. Like,
yeah.
That's fair.
it'll be interesting. But I won't be surprised if this is finally the game where Brock Purdy makes a mistake that costs him the game. And I truly don't know. I don't know if you can honestly stop the Eagles' offense from getting their yards. And I mean,
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you got to
what's
be
the
more of
lowest
a
amount of points they scored this year? 17.
And that was
Back
with
in
wasn't
the year.
I was just gonna say
That
that
was-
was Minshew.
the
Yeah.
Eagles. I mean, without Jalen Hurts, they had. I think it was a rough game against the Saints. I think it was.
They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. And if you want to count 29 points, 8 games. 8 games with 29 or more points.
It's good.
And that's not even including last week's playoff game. So 10 games this year with 29 or more points. And if they score 28 points, they're beating the Niners. The Niners aren't scoring 28 points.
Why not?
I don't think that they can score that. And I don't think they play at that type of pace where they're going to be able to get that many possessions going to score that many points.
That's fair.
I mean, because the Niners.
Well, this year, I mean, if you want to go just based off points, I mean, there's 8 times where the Niners have scored over 30 points.
I guess
Uh-huh.
my only argument to that would be against 2. Like they did it against the last 3 games of the regular season. None of those teams were in the playoffs. Or am I reading this back? Yeah, that's correct. I don't know. I think it will be a very interesting game. Obviously, the 49ers are cooking right now, but it'll be really.
My only thing is the Eagles. Yeah, I mean, you have all these names up front, but you still got to be able to put it together as any team. And I mean, they're still giving up over 120 yards a game on the ground, which for a team that gets out early and gets out quick, that's an alarming stat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that was the whole thing with the Bills is that's why they always were top notch run defenses, if you will, because they got ahead in games and teams had to abandon the run, or you know what I mean. So it allowed you to.
I agree,
keep
but
your running stats.
how
better.
much of that is them sitting there saying, "We're ahead and we're gonna let you run the ball on us because it's gonna kill clock."
Yeah, most teams don't do that though. Most teams aren't gonna run the ball. If they're down, they're gonna have to try to force the issue with throwing. I mean, but
Yeah,
you never know. I guess it's possible.
Either way, I think it will be a good game.
Oh, for sure, it's gonna be a good game.
I'd say for sure.
Bengals, Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs.
I see this one's going to be surprising because everyone's going to assume in this game that both teams are going to score 40 freaking points, but honestly, neither of these teams throw the ball deep. Or they very rarely try to actually throw the ball down the field. It's all very quick passes, and they try to get their playmakers the ball in space. So it's going to be really interesting to see which team's able to extend plays. I mean, like you saw with last week, Joe Burrow extending plays and then finding wide open receivers because he was able to break a tackle or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Pat Mahomes, I don't know if he'll be able to do it on his ankle. So it'll be really interesting.
If he can't, Chad Henne, I trust. Go Chiefs.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think they got to
should have thrown a fucking pick 6 on his first throw.
It shoulda, woulda, coulda, Rob.
Decide though early if if Mahomes is going to be able to actually go and help you. I mean, you could say you have all the arm talent in the world, but Cincinnati got after you last time you guys played. Cincinnati got after you twice last year when you guys played. Like it's just
My brain, like the Bengals own the Chiefs for the last.
Yeah, and I
year.
mean this is going to come down to Andy Reid. If Andy Reid has the, and yeah, be enemy. No, it's going to come down to Andy Reid. If he has a great game plan and actually can slow down this blitzing, and the big thing, you cannot get down against the Bengals because they bring pressure and they bring it from everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be able to figure this out. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a good game, but I don't know. It'll be
Yes.
interesting to see how they can counteract their pressure.
Side note, don't you think it's funny that everyone in the NFL has figured out that Bieniemy does nothing for their offense, seeing as they're just like, yeah, we're not even going to interview you for a head coaching job anymore. We figured it out. Andy Reid does it all.
Bieniemy, the only way he has a chance of being a head coach, and I honestly believe this,
If Andy
is
Reid
if he decides to and someone takes a shot at him as an actual OC elsewhere.
Baltimore apparently wants to look at him. At least it's something that I've
Well, there you go. I mean, he's got to go elsewhere. He's got to be a true OC that actually takes the reins on something.
Honestly, what I think he needs to do, he needs to go to college. Go be a head coach at a college.
I'm not sure that's actually going to help him though.
I think it proves that he can run a program.
Yeah, I mean it'd be interesting when people say so.
If I was him, I'd be like, hey, Dion, hire me as your OC. I'll be here for 2 and then I'm out.
Dion.
Cool. By the way, did you see that they did officially hire, what's his face, the Vikings old?
Oh, Zimmer?
Yeah, they hired Zimmer at Colorado.
Oh,
Hot
nice.
damn.
He's putting together a staff.
I'm picking Cincinnati. Because I do think... it's weird because I think the Chiefs and 49ers are actually pretty similar teams now at this point where they are now, where they have to rely on ball possession and defense. And the Eagles and Bengals, I think, are just so explosive and they bring so much pressure from all these different angles that if they can get up, you don't have a chance. If they get up by two scores, you don't have a chance.
Yeah, you're not coming back on that.
But if you can play keep away and keep it low scoring at the end of the first half, then in the second half, anyone's got it. I think I will say this: if the Chiefs are up at halftime, the Chiefs will win because the Bengals are the worst second half team in the NFL. Like they are not the you know what I mean, out of good teams, but they are horrible in the second half.
True.
As far as adjustments. Like, they don't change anything. They just
I made an adjustment once.
whatever they did.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You made one or you got adjusted? Which one?
I got adjusted both.
C. Veg, who you going with?
I am going to go with the Chiefs.
With the Chiefs. All right.
To make it easy, I'm going to lock the Eagles because I'm the only one that picked them. So.
Well, I was going to say, are we going to lock anyone this week, or are we just going to fucking...
Well, you two just have to lock opposite games, and I guess I can lock...
I'm locking the 49ers.
You would lock the Niners.
Wow, no one agreed with me. Interesting.
I'm locking the Chiefs, then. All right, ridiculous stat of the week. What are we going with?
Both games will feature a defensive/special teams touchdown.
Both games, D/special team touchdown. I like it.
I'll be specific. Eli Apple will have at least 2 picks.
You're fucking high.
Eli Apple will not even make it through the game. That's my.
Eli Apple's gonna get cooked by some random fifth stringer.
Last three times they played the Chiefs, he's had a pick in every game. He ended the last game against the Chiefs when they tried to throw it to Tyreek Hill like a jackass.
You know what else he did? First off, that went off the guy's hands and up in the air.
Still
a pick for him. He also gave up the game-winning touchdown against Cooper Kupp, so fuck off, Eli Apple.
I didn't say I like him. I'm just saying he's got to get picks.
Eli Apple's a turd, and you're defending him.
I'm going. The Juice will get at least 2 touchdowns.
What'd you just say?
Juice is getting
He
2
said they're gonna
touchdowns,
throw
baby.
halftime.
There we go. That's that's our conference matchup things here. Let us know what you
Defensive
guys.
touchdown
What?
games. Interesting.
What did you say?
I was just reading Jeff's crazy stat.
Oh, yeah. So that's the stats. We next week we might be back. I don't know because next week would technically be Pro Bowl week, and yeah. So
I'm not picking the Pro Bowl.
well, that's the thing. Like, that's
We're
why I
not
was.
picking it. First off, it's flag football. Second off, I want to know if we can get a list of events and stuff and see if we can pick these event winners.
Well, I was gonna say
Like
either
the tug of
that.
war
I was
or-
either gonna say that, or we could do like me and Rob kind of did it earlier in the week, but we do like MVP, offensive rookie of the year, like those sort of things.
They already came out with the winners.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, never mind then. Fuck that then. All right,
You want
there
me to
goes
tell
that
you who they
idea.
are?
Sure, let's hear it.
I bet you I can get them all right.
I bet y'all get them all right.
I'm sitting there fucking next week fucking doing the tallies like how the fuck are these guys perfect?
All right. Rob, you fucked us there. You should have said anything.
I mean, some of them are pretty fucking obvious. So.
Who won D rookie? Who was the defense rookie? Because that's the one that that's the one that was the most intrigued by.
Let's see. End of season awards. Oh, ESPN. Gotta do NFL. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, maybe were they just leaked? Is that what it was?
Oh, they
What's
leaked they leaked the winners.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually out yet.
They did Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year, Brian Dable won Coach of the Year. I saw that leak. Someone put on Twitter that Brian Dable won Coach of the Year. Spoiler alert.
No, actually, I don't think they've actually done league awards. I think they've done coach or like the poll awards, like I don't know what they're called, the ones that the other people pick, I guess.
The ones that the owners pick or GMs pick or whatever.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, I think that's been done.
That's just the coaches one.
This is the ceremony is on February 9th.
Jeff, who do you think should win Assistant Coach of the Year? Ben Johnson or D'Amico Ryans?
Right, that was the one that we were talking about.
For sure.
Oh, you going? Wow, that was fast.
I love D'Amico Ryans.
I do too, but Ben Johnson, Lions OC, Ben Johnson.
The 49ers are also been a good defense for years.
Next week,
too. Yeah.
Next week we're gonna do the awards. Then we're gonna pick our award winners as well. So we do that, and we did a list of all the different fucking things the Pro Bowl is gonna be doing, or the flag football, or the thing there. We'll figure that shit out too, and that's what we're gonna do next week. So let us know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Let us know who you guys are winning and your ridiculous stats of the week. And as always, depending where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, stay trouble, stay safe. We will talk to y'all later.
Do you do this live on Twitch and then post it on YouTube afterwards?
Bye.
Bye.